head full. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Can't hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk high, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the dark child. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
And welcome again to another game day pregame show with Eagles Talk. I'm your boy, Pat Sandlin. Of course, as you can see, I'm solo dolo for today for the pregame. Hopefully, in the postgame, I have one or two of my guests. But welcome in to the virtual tailgate and get ready as your beloved Philadelphia Eagles take on the Minnesota Vikings. Welcome on in, and let's get hyped and just get ready for this game as we prepare to take on the Carson Wentz led Minnesota Vikings. That's something crazy to say. The Carson Wentz led Minnesota Vikings, but you know what? That's who we face. This is a team that we're dealt with, and it's going to be a live game. We got a bounce back game that we need from our Philadelphia Eagles today. We need it to be a game where the offense gets into a flow. The defense starts putting pressure on on the offense, and our cornerbacks start playing like they getting paid to be cornerbacks. So, welcome on in. We are a very unique show. We do things much different here than your normal pregame podcasting shows. We tend to bend the elbow a little bit as we get ready to start this first quarter. Let me know what you're drinking out there. I am normally going with the Wilford Reserve, but today I'm going with the Jameson triple. All right, the Wilford Reserve lost last week and lost in embarrassing fashion, so I had to put that down. Let me just try something different. So I'm gonna try the triple Jameson. Let me know what you're drinking out there. Make sure you share this show with your friends and family. As I pour my shot, after this, we're going to the inactives, and one big surprise that I heard this morning, which is it's kind of crazy. It does happen, but again, let me know what you're drinking out there. I'm doing a Jameson triple, and I got some hot tea because it was cold this morning. All right. For our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the You're now
right.
listening to the
All right. Thank you, Dante, for that. All right. So for the Minnesota Vikings, the inactive list reads as such: quarterback J.J. McCarthy, defensive lineman Trayon Ingram Dawkins, linebacker Kobe King, linebacker Chaz Cumberless, and outside linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel, which is very, very important because he's one of their big time rush linebackers who does it all. Basically, he's the Zach Bond of the Minnesota Vikings. He does it all. He was a great free agent pickup, and him being out weakens their linebacker core, which we could take advantage of in the air or in the run game. All right. For our Philadelphia Eagles, we only got one surprise on here. Tight end Grant Carter is still out. Cornerback Mac McWilliams. Offensive lineman Drew Kendall. Third string emergency quarterback Sam Howell. And running back A.J. Dillon. He is out because of the 2 fumbles he had last week. So no A.J. Dillon this week as we take on the 3-2 Minnesota Vikings, again led by our former quarterback, the one and only Carson Wentz. We had a phenomenal season with us to get us to that 2017 Super Bowl championship, Super Bowl title, who we thought would actually be our franchise quarterback for years to come. Little did we know that drafting Jalen Hurts is probably one of the better things we did while we had Carson Wentz, because he imploded on himself. Jalen Hurts took over the reins and hasn't relinquished it yet. I said yet. All right. We're a 1.5 favorite to win this game. It's a 1 o'clock start. Let me get you some comments because yes, I'm gonna need your help. I'm normally here with DarkKnight, but I'm by myself. Jeremiah Andrews said, "Game day, let's go, birds." He's the first in the room. Dion live from YouTube. Good day, birds fam. Yes, Walter. He said, "Good morning, Eagles talk. Let's get this win." Richard Layton said, "Eagles family, what up?" Jackie, let's go, birds. Get the win. I have a distinct feeling that the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not gonna put my prediction out there yet, but I just have a feeling that we're going to see some things that we haven't seen today. I could be 100% wrong. It could be the same old course as last week and the week before, but I just got a distinct feeling it's going to be a different game. Jackie Myers is drinking on a Stella Artois. Dion, we got to support Pat. He out here dolo. But I can count on timely shots. Yes, you can, my man. Richard's also doing the rain vodka and Archer Light. Walter said, "Hey, listen, no drinking, Pat, but you know what that means. You know what that means." Dion said, Dylan fumbled his way to an active flip. Yes, he did. Listen, man, when you are being counted on to be the second bell cow behind Saquon Barkley, when you get those open runs and you phone the ball, you're not going to get no planes on. That's the one thing we could pretty much guarantee when we had Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell played the game like he would never get another opportunity to play. And he really never fumbled. I think he only fumbled once since he's been with us. Jeremiah, so we put Dylan out for 2 fumbles, but but Kevin has on the bench for play calling. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Sometimes, yeah, the play calling has been crap. I was going to say execution, but the play calling has been crap. Stephanie Sandlin said, "Good morning, babe. Go Birds." As she's recovering from her birthday. Happy birthday, baby. I know you're upstairs recovering. Happy birthday. Herman Woods said Hurts needs to play at his best. Mind game. Yeah, so we're going against a team who has a defensive coordinator who loves to play the defensive mind game, meaning show more than what's really happening. So he does the mirror game. Just like when we played the Buccaneers, he'll show a blitz on the left hand side and come with a slot blitz on the right hand side. This defensive coordinator is from that same school. He's going to show you a double A gap blitz, and next thing you know, you have a double slot corner blitz. So today is a game for Jalen Hurts to be a mind be cerebral about this game and play the game on another level of utilizing your weapons, but also seeing what's not there. When I say seeing what's not there, when a front is shown to you, just understand that it may not be 85% chance. It may not be the actual front that's coming towards you. So we have to live on being much smarter than what they're thrown out as. And that's how quarterbacks beat these type defenses. That's why the Minnesota Vikings are 3-2 and not undefeated. It's not because of their offense. They have a dynamic offense. If even with Carson Wentz in there, they have a very good offense. You got Jordan Addison, you got Adam Thielen back there, Nayland. Then you have the one and only Jordan Jefferson. Like, you have a dynamic offense. You got Hutchinson as a tight end. It's that their defense is not holding these games because their defense is crap. Let's be honest with you. It's just like Dallas. Their offense has a good quarterback, a good running back, a good wide receiver, good this and that, but the defense is poo butt. The one thing about this game is that we have to be more physical than the team that we're playing. All right. Our physicality was taken from us when we played the New York Football Giants. We wasn't physical whatsoever. I know Dark Knight talked about it last week. You said, yeah, we were physical. No. There was a play on the sideline where Ken Scatterboo ran over Zach Bond. Yes, you could pick individual plays and say this and that, but you know what? Those are the plays that stick out. There was a play on a goal line where Adoree Jackson straight up closed his eyes, lowered his shoulder, and whiffed on a tackle because he didn't want to tackle. We had to keep our head up and make forcible contact with these receivers, these running backs, these tight ends and stop letting them get in the way. Will be more physical than we are. We're the freaking world defending champs. The world defending champs. And there's no way in the world we should be playing ball like this. And that's included with Jalen Carter, who will be playing today. Jalen Carter is back. Landon Dickerson is back. Um, they're back from injury. They missed last week. So it's going to be a different story, but at the same time, it's about how physical they could all be. Because if you're not going to be physical with a team like the Minnesota Vikings or New York Giants, then the rest of your season is going to be down the drain. We're going to be looking at a microcosm of what we did in 2023. We don't want to look at what we did in 2023 at all. This is a new year. It's 2025. But at the same time, if we're not physical with these teams that we're playing, it's a big issue. All right. So I need Jalen Carter to come alive. I need Jalen Carter to play like, that game record that we all thought he was, right? The game record that we thought he was pairing on to like being the next coming of Aaron Donald. We looked at him. He has the ability. He has the physical and mental makeup. It's your work ethic that takes you over that threshold. And we need him to go over that threshold. I'll give some more comments real quick. What's the word on Bennett? Well, Jeremiah, he's on IR. Basically, they won't get Bennett or Nolan Smith back until after their bye week. Their bye week is after we play the Giants next week. So I guess this defense will take off when Bennett. Listen, I'd rather have Bennett out there, yes, than have Ringo and Adoree Jackson. Believe it or not, Ringo actually. I went back and watched the game. Ringo played a good game. It was a few plays, yes, huge plays that he did get beat on crossers and stuff like that. But at the same time, he was more accountable in pass coverage than Adoree Jackson was. He made tackles and it's just a certain amount of plays. It's like you looked at him like, you know what? You're a safety dude. Herman Woods said, offense and defensive lines must show up. Yes, the line of scrimmage in these type of games, the line of scrimmage is essential to winning the game. Being dominant at that line of scrimmage and controlling the line of scrimmage. I always talk about this, right? If you can control the line of scrimmage, then it's nothing what the offense or the defense can do because therefore they're washed out. Right now, Tyler Steen is not playing up to the skills of Mekhi Becton. It's because Mekhi Becton was a 6'6", 350-pound road grader, right? You put him on the outside, you can run around him. You put it inside, it's a different story. And that's what Stoutland found. He found inside, he's the wall of China. Put him outside, he's the broken egg. So we have to show up on a line of scrimmage. Jordan Davis has been playing tremendous football, but he needs a partner in crime to show up. Jalen Carter has to show up. Mo Ojoma has been playing a well of a game, a good game. But we still need Jalen Carter to show up. It's just like when you went to the Rams and Aaron Donald wasn't playing, you felt good about your chances to win the game. But when he was playing, you knew you had to account for him. When everybody else ate, even after you double team Aaron Donald, he still got his sacks. We have to come with the same type of mindset when I'm talking about our defensive line. I didn't start the first quarter. I thought I hit the first quarter. I could swear I start the first quarter. I think you're late, Jeremiah. Take a shot for that. It's like the false uno. Take a shot for that one. Yeah, the tackle won't hurt us unless if you close. That's a funny story about that, Dion. Because I closed my eyes one time for a tackle and I end up cartwheeling. I'm wondering why I'm cartwheeling because I closed my eyes. Jackie Meyer said, yes, defense physicality has to increase. Move the needle, Jalen Carter. Yes, move the needle. We need you to be more productive in the game. All right? In the game. All right, Jeremiah. As your shot is going down, I'm preparing my shot because the timer is about to go off for the first quarter. And I love y'all out here because you're helping me out. You know, I don't do this solo. I'm more or less the Dark Knight is, he is the James Brown, and I'm more of the talent on the side. So get your shots ready because I'm about to end this quarter.
That's the end of the quarter.
You are watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. We are the #1 Eagles podcast team on Facebook. We are for us, by us. So, with that being said, we are a very unique show because we don't do it like everybody else does. We don't sit there and curse out the coaches. Well, yes, we do. We don't sit there and curse out the players. Yes, we do. We don't sit there and we're fans. This is what fans do of Philadelphia. We are passionate about our team because we care about our team. When you care about your team, you are very critical of how they play. And we love our Philadelphia Eagles. The good, the bad, the ugly. They are Super Bowl champs for a reason because they went through all the ups and downs of last season, and they're here now. So we need to root on our Philadelphia Eagles as we play the Minnesota Vikings at our 1 o'clock game as we go against our former All-Pro quarterback Carson Wentz. So let me know what you're drinking out there. Yes, I am drinking the good old Jameson. I had a switch for this week. So let me know what you're drinking out there as we get ready for this game against the – actually, it's becoming a rivalry game against the Minnesota Vikings. To our Philadelphia Eagles in this win, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. We need some Brian Dawkins on this. Let's go. Let's go. You know what time it is, man.
You're now listening to the
Just to let you know a little bit, but my voice is a little bit gone. That's why I'm drinking a little tea. So after halftime, after the season's gone, I would get a Corona. Just let you know, Corona and Jameson with Pat. Fourth quarter is gonna be very interesting. Very interesting. Stay tuned. So in the opening, I did say I heard some very interesting news to open this earlier this morning to give to everybody. So the Philadelphia Eagles, per Adam Scheffler said that Brandon Graham, yes, retired Brandon Graham is preparing to unretire and come back to play with the Eagles as early as next week. Listen. How do you say it on it? The meme, Linda. Brandon Graham, for what we talked about on last Thursday upon further review, how we were talking about how bad we said he was playing, and he became a staple for our Philadelphia Eagles. His leadership, his playmaking ability at crucial times was essential for us winning 2 championships. So with that being said, am I here for Brandon Graham coming back? Hell yeah. Bring back the double nickel because you know what? He still has it in his heart. You can see him when he's out there doing the commentary, doing the interviews, talking. The spirit of football is still there. It's a hard spirit to get rid of, especially when you're so passionate like Brandon is. And this one more ride. We already had a guy that thought he had the passion for it, but didn't have the passion for it. Brandon Graham, I believe, has a passion for it, and we need it. I'm not gonna hold you up. We need somebody to be able to stabilize our pass rush, and somebody that could be a voice in the locker room to galvanize our locker room, to bring our locker room back together. All right. He has that ability. And with a veteran of his stature on the roster, I think that's what we need to go over the top. Now, what happened? I'm 50-50 on it. I don't know. Adam Schefter reported early this morning. It's a possibility. It's only if Howie Roseman can make up a good contract for him, which I think it would be no issue. But still, the trade market is out there. The trade market it goes to week 8, so we still have opportunity to go to get these different pass rushers out there, like the pass rusher from Cincinnati. Actually, he didn't play last week, and the Cincinnati still won. Myles Garrett ain't going nowhere, so don't even look at Myles Garrett. He ain't going nowhere. Some low-level pass rushers. I know we need corners. Asante Samuel Jr., Stephon Gilmore. They're there, but I mean, the most sensible thing that makes sense. Yes, I said sensible. I made my own word. Makes sense. Is Brandon Grant coming back to the fold? His ability. This is leadership. This is him being there, telling the guys and being, what he said after the first game. He said, if I was there on the field with Jalen Carter, he would never got suspended for that first game. He would never got suspended for that first game. And even if Brandon Graham comes back and he's a shell of himself and he gives you 3.5, 4 sacks, it's the leadership value that he brings to this team as a whole that we can count on. Let me get some comments. James Brown or Bobby Bird. I got to understand the context of that one. Jeremiah Andrew says, Deion still drinking that. Ooh. Deion, what are you drinking over there? He's not drinking that rock cut. What you drinking? The old vodka, the Slarkoff vodka or something? BG can get 4 sacks a season by heart and trash talk. Our trash pass rush about to force BG off the couch. Yeah. I mean, listen, we got Nolan Smith, who actually was playing tremendous. I don't understand. If you go back and look at the first 2 weeks, Nolan Smith is a violence maker. All right. You pull a guard, you pull a tackle. He is waiting for that guard or tackle. He doesn't wait for the guard or tackle to initiate contact. He's initiating contact under their chin and knocking them out for whole games. He has did that several times. One last year, one this year. He is that violence maker. He's the one that got the 4th down. You go back, I forget the game, but he forced a turnover at downs because he basically blew up the fullback and the guard. Listen, man, it's tremendous. Jackie Myers, he's coming back. Could probably bring stability to the defense and the team as a whole. It couldn't hurt. It definitely couldn't hurt. We have no pass rush. Secondary is getting exposed because they can't cover that long. You're absolutely 100%. That also goes back to what I was talking about Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is not only a run stopper, he is a pass rusher. So what you do as a defensive coordinator, I put a pass rusher over a run stopper. Pass rusher can get to the quarterback, and on the way to the quarterback, he can stop the run because the run stopper is right there. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. The perfect marriage. Now, Jalen Hunt, I don't know what you're doing. I understand you're from a smaller school, but you did show some improvement last year. This year, I haven't seen anything from you to say, you know what? You improved from last year. I think he regressed. I think Jalen Hunt's regressed. I don't even know the other pass rusher. It's either Pat Johnson or somebody else. They get off the practice squad. And that is terrible to think about that because this team has so much ability with their guys they have on the squad we used to get mad at Josh Hunt. Yes, we got mad at Josh Hunt. Josh Sweat. I'm sorry, Josh Sweat, for not playing up to potential that you could have played up to. Now he got this big contract. He's over there in Arizona, with the little mini mite and whatever. Um, there are some players we truly miss. CJGJ, yes, we cannot bring him back until after the bye week because it has to be 6 games prior to him being traded away from the Philadelphia Eagles that he can be brought back to our team via picking up on free agency if he's on the street. So we couldn't bring him back anyway right now. But we don't have any pass rush that helps out our defensive backfield. And that's 100% right, Jeremiah. I appreciate that. Tony Byrne. Go Bird, fam. Hey, Tony. I know you down under. I saw your son. I think he graduated, right? Congratulations. Tony Byrne is from Australia. It is like 1 o'clock in the morning there. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sorry. And they're up faithfully watching our Philadelphia Eagles each and every Sunday that they play at 1 o'clock. That is crazy. It's already Monday there. Jeremy T, what up, fam? How you doing, sir? Jackie Myers. Oh, all right. Pat Bobby Board was James Brown's sidekick, Batman and Robin. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'll be the Flash. I didn't say Robin. I'll be the Flash. Because you got DarkKnight. You got DarkKnight. You got the Flash. I don't know who Robin can be. Nichelle. Hey, Nichelle. Can't wait till you come back. Jeremiah said, Jalen Carter hasn't been playing this year. Jordan Davis stepped up and Carter stepped down. No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Listen, the last game he played, right, he looked like he was disinterested into the game. The shots are starting to kick in. Shoot. All right, we got 2 more minutes. So it wasn't a thing where he was being violent with his hands. He's more or less, he get into the lineman's chest, especially during double team, and just sit there. Last year, he got into the lineman's chest. He did a second move, a swim move, an under move, and he was violent with his hands and got through double teams or single coverage. We haven't seen that Jalen Carter this year. Yes, he has a lot of tackles for losses, but he has no sacks. No tackles for losses are just hustle plays because Jordan Davis is playing out of his mind. Out of his mind. Carter needs to fire up, play angry, and be Wentz's worst nightmare. Absolutely. Because you know what the big thing about us right now? It's not necessarily just getting to the quarterbacks. I get it. We don't have the sack numbers. But a lot of these quarterbacks that we're playing are mobile quarterbacks. And they're getting at least 50+ yards against us a game. Right? And that should never happen. That should never happen. Jahad Campbell is playing a well of a rookie season. He is playing tremendous as a rookie. He's going to have his ups and downs. But I need you to knock these quarterbacks jock strap loose. I was about to say something else, but I had to be politically correct. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you. I'm gonna buy a billboard in Philly that says, "I hate Tony Byrne. He never tells us who won the game." Because Tony, you live in the future, right? You live in the future. You're a day before, so you already know who won the game before we even watch the game. That's why Dion put that out there. Listen, shout out to Dion, man. He's a Hall of Famer of his college, great hooper. That's tremendous. Leon Spencer, we must win today, no questions. Listen, Leon, that in itself is the $1 million question that to be answered. Right? You said no questions today. We must win. We must win. And truth be told, so I'm about to end this quarter. I believe we will. And I'm going to give you the keys to why we will in the third quarter. Let me sip my tea before I get my Corona. Yeah, that's good. Let me know what you're doing out there. in 14-hour time. Dallas was that is always a valid statement, regardless of what season we're having. Dallas suck. You know, the last time Dallas went to an MC championship game, DVDs wasn't invented. Flat screen TVs that you know it today wasn't around. Fun fact. All right, let me end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
You're watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. The number one Facebook group here on Facebook. We're trying to get there on YouTube. So just pop us up a little bit. Pop us up. Pipe us up. Pipe us up. All right. You know, share it with your friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Get on here. Because you know what we do? We like to do things different. We are the drink champs of the podcast game, of the Eagles Talk podcast game. We like to drink when we talk about our favorite team, which is the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what time it is. It is halftime. We're about to go into the third quarter. I am drinking the Jameson triple. A lot of people say, what is this? It's brand new. It's about 3 months old now. It's a triple distilled, triple cask, bourbon, sherry, chestnut cask, Irish whiskey barrel. Yeah, listen, it's pretty doggone good. And it's light. It's not heavy like the regular Jameson. It's light. It's something that you can drink and relax and drink a cigar and not worry about stumbling out the place. But for me, since I haven't eaten no food yet, I'm going to be stumbling out of here. So let me know what you're drinking out there. As we get ready to get hyped for our Philadelphia Eagles, as we go against the Minnesota Vikings with our former All-World Pro Bowl franchise quarterback Carson Wentz at the helm. As we get ready for this third quarter and get hyped for this halftime, let me know what you're drinking. Stephanie don't want no more alcohol. She said, please, no more alcohol. We got 4 bottles of Hennessy down here, babe. Gotcha. To our Philadelphia Eagles, let me know what you're drinking down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles Talk, the number one Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
What are your birds, though? We haven't had that in a while.
No one dies. No one dies.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
All right, y'all. We're now in the third quarter. Some keys to victory. Deion said, if we don't win today, I'm coming to the after game grumpy ass cursing. It's okay. I'm going to be with you. I mean, I might have some food in my system then, but I'm going to be with you. Sue, what up, Sue? How you doing? Brandon Graham's coming back. Yes, that is a strong possibility that Brandon Graham will be back. Possibility. It's not a guarantee. Possibility. If the contract can be worked out properly, and there's a strong possibility that he could come back. Deion Cheers. Deion, let me know what you're drinking, Deion. They say you're drinking a rock good out there. Jeremy T, H2O. Yes, Jeremy, you've been good with this, man. Listen, I don't know if it's been work. I don't know if it's been your diet change, but I appreciate you on this H2O journey, not drinking any liquor. But Noble, next session, We getting together, we drinking this. Dion said Brandon's just bored. Yeah, he's a little bit bored. But he has a lot of things going on. He got commercials. Listen, if you're in the tri-state area, you know he got commercials on top of commercials, top commercials. He's like Jason Kelsey, right? He has to deal with the WIP. Even though it's Joey Mulata's show, he's still there. He's on every Monday. He has spots. He's getting paid to do something. But I think that passion, and it's hard as a player to just let go, right? It's hard as a player to just let go. That's why you have these 37 and under leagues, or I would say 37 under. It's more or less 50 and under semi-pro leagues that have these players that even play college, some even play professional, that still they don't want to give it up. They do not want to give it up. Because the love for the game is so it's basically is around their life. In this game where Brandon Graham played for so many years, where our Philadelphia Eagles won 2 Super Bowls, helped influence both Super Bowls years. It's hard for him to give up being that individual right now. And I can see it. I can understand it. I feel it. Dion said, JTS Brown, it's a bourbon. Rock cut, I can stand. No, I can't do rock cut. Jameson is like those I do. I got some Blandons over there. I got some other stuff there, but I can't get rock gut. It make me sick. So whatever rock gut you got, please don't put it on there unless it's some corn. Then we can talk. All right. So what I think is the key to success to winning this game. Again, it goes back to a comment that was stated earlier by one of our commenters. He said, let me find a comment. Herman Wood said, I'm going to put it right back on the screen. Offense and defensive lines must show up. That is the key aspect in today's game, right? The offense and defensive line must show up today for our Philadelphia Eagles. If they don't show up today, then this team that's missing a lot, their running back, Aaron Jones, they can go down the field and rush for every yards against us. Carson Wentz, don't get it wrong. He's not only just a good quarterback, he's a very good scrambler. He can get from the line of scrimmage and pick up yards. So just because we think we're going to get a straight up pass happy offense, we're not. We're going against a quarterback that's multifaceted. When he was at his best, when he's in his prime, not only was able to throw for 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, with like less than 10 interceptions, he was able to rush for almost 600 yards. So this is a guy that he has that ability, and we have to be patient and get after him, but also understand that if we don't keep our rush lines and the integrity of our rush lines correct, he will burn us for 6, 7, 12 yards rushing the ball. He will have over 50 yards rushing against us, like most quarterbacks have in the past few weeks. We have to be disciplined when we come after Carson Wentz. But at the same time, if you rattle him early, if you get after him early, we've seen it here. If you get after Carson Wentz early, he's going to get shooken up. He's not the same Carson Wentz prior ACL. It's not. Is he serviceable? Heck yeah. Shoot, he could be a great backup, which he is right now. A starter in his league, not no more. But if we don't get any pressure on this quarterback, or any quarterback at that, we turn him into Tom Brady. And that's a fact. That's not me saying anything like being, facetious or anything like that. That's a fact. All right. The fact is, if you don't get pressure on the opposing quarterback, you make them sit back there and look like prime Tom Brady, prime Peyton Manning, prime Joe Montana, whatever quarterback you want to put in there in that slot. You just put prime behind it. All right. Because yes, our cornerbacks are good. Cooper is great. Q is great. But after 9 seconds, 12 seconds, there's some kinks in that armor. Now, as a defensive coordinator, what I would have done, I love Cooper in the slot. He plays excellent slot corner. But after week 4, after I saw my cornerback struggle, Adoree Jackson, Keely Ringo, I would experiment more and more at putting Cooper at the outside corner, opposite Q. I believe he's the next coming of, I'm not going to say Reeves Island, but he's the next coming of the best cornerbacks in the league. Him, Patrick Surtain, some others. When you mention the best cornerbacks in the league, that's who we mentioned. Keon Richardson and Patrick Surtain. That's the cornerbacks you mentioned because they are that good at playing that position. They understand leverage. And yes, they pull and they tug here and there. They get away with it. If it's not called, it doesn't matter. You say he pulled me, he play at. If it's not called, it does not matter. All right. Now, Coop, on the other end, he's a solid tackler. That's why we keep him at the nickel position because you could blitz him or you can keep him on the outside and make those tackles. Right. But he's tremendous in coverage. He's very good in coverage. It's a double-edged sword. What do you do in these situations? What I would do, I would put him at the outside corner right now because I don't know what I have. Well, I do know what I have in Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo. They're not outside corners. Can it be better playing inside? Absolutely. I think Adoree Jackson is more ideally fit to play inside than he is to play out. Keely Ringo, I'll be honest with you, he's a safety. You 6'2", 205 pounds, you should be a safety. This like Malcolm Jenkins realized that, you know what, or the Saints realized, you know what, playing Malcolm Jenkins, even though he's coming out of college as a corner, put him at safety is his best position because now he not only does he has that mindset of playing corner, and you can match him against tight ends and slot receivers, but he still can get to the third because he has that speed and he has that ability to be better as a safety. That's why when I look at Keely Ringo, I look at him as a safety. I'll be honest with you. All right, I look at him as a safety. Let me get you some comments real quick. We just soft in the trenches. There's nothing else said. We just poo butt in the trenches. Dion said, not competing for his job in Philly was the final straw for me with Wentz. God bless him, though. Listen, I appreciate everything Wentz has brought to the table. He got us our first championship. And unlike the second championship we had last year, that first championship was like the first time you I can't. Can I say that on the show? No, I'm not going to say that on the show. But it has to do with Cherry. The first time you did anything that meant something to you, right? The first time you went over 100 miles an hour, the first time you scored a touchdown, the first time you made a 3-point basket, the first time you dunked in a game. How about that, Dion? Because I can relate to that, right? The first time you hit a home run, the first time you struck out a batter that was projected to go to, in the major league draft. I did that one time. All right. The first time you stepped on the field at a D1 college and said, "Oh my goodness, this field is so much different from high school." He had that ability and not fighting for his job. We appreciate you for what you did, but goodbye, sir. Tony Barron said, "I watched our defense make Knicks and Dark look like world beaters these past couple of weeks. I don't think I can handle a second coming of 2017 wins. I can't. I'll be honest with you. I can't. And Carson Wentz is a good quarterback. Let's be honest. He's a good quarterback. As I get ready for the game, he's a good quarterback in a sense of what he brought to the table. He has the arm strength. He has the deep arm strength. He marks off all the check marks, but the mental aspect is gone. The mental aspect is gone. Leon Spencer said Jackson better tackle today and stop being scared. Listen, I would have made Jackson after I saw that play. He would have been a healthy scratch today. Deion said he all right. He gonna put up there. He helped pop our Super Bowl cherry. You mean? Yes, yes, he did. It was. Listen, the celebration last year was great, but the celebration for the first time was off the chains. All right, the first time you got it, it was the best time. The second time was great too, but it didn't compare to the first time. And I'll be honest, because I was at both celebrations. First celebration, we were out there at 1 o'clock in the morning for a parade that didn't start till like 12 o'clock. The second time, we was at my wife's hotel. Yes, we rented a room. So she don't get trouble. We rented a room, and we were out there at 10. I think no, we slept there the night before, but it was yeah, it was good. It was good. It was really, really good. But that first championship, because you haven't won one in over 50 something years, meant something more to lot of people. A lot of people. Um Whew, man. I can't believe I'm 47 minutes into this show by myself with nothing but everybody that loves Eagles talk. Because we're getting ready for our Philadelphia Eagles to beat down on the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to stop talking about Carson Wentz. Forget him. All right? We got other people to worry about. Justin Jefferson. If I was Vic Fangio and I knew that my cornerback Q was healthy, Justin Jefferson would be shadowed by Q all game. Cooper DeJean, I know he wants his get back on Adam Thielen. He's not gonna play as much as Jordan Addison, but for some reason, somehow, Jordan Addison every single game gets wide open, like he doesn't play for the Minnesota Vikings. So I need some continuity with our defense today. I need our safeties to understand, be safeties. Play your position, play your third, play your half, play your quarter, whatever it's called. Don't take the bait, all right, for a bigger play. Because lately you've been getting beat by bigger plays. Can it be just because he wasn't in there? Can it be because some people are secretly hurt? We just have a mini bye week. A mini bye week. Listen, it's time for us. It's time for us to really show up as a Philadelphia Eagles team. I'm going to end this quarter because we got about 10 more minutes, and I want to go into your predictions. What you see, what you're predicting for this game. All right. Jalen Carter is playing today. Landon Dickerson is playing today. We have our people in. So we pretty much have our whole team healthy and ready to go. And let's get this game going.
And that's the end of the quarter.
I am using my soundboard today, so hopefully it works. Jeremiah should be back shortly. I'm gonna put that up real quick. Nichelle will be back shortly. She will be. We miss Nichelle, but she's so important in her community. She's doing a lot of things for our community, and I commend her for what she has accomplished, what she has yet to accomplish, and what she's moving forward in the community of Camden, because she is outstanding individual in that community. So for our Philadelphia Eagles, this is Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. The number one Eagles Talk group on Facebook. That means we're by us for us. We do things a little bit uniquely here. We're not your typical Eagle Talk group. The first year that we gave you this video, we's live on scene. That was a great time. It was cold, but we was live in full effect, DJ full effect. But today, I'm doing a Jameson triple triple. Let me know what you're doing out there, Dion. Enjoy that because I got some I got no Blanton's over there. No, I got over there. You know what? I'm gonna hold that off for next time we do something because it's being hidden by the way and nephew overproof rum. I'm not touching that ever. So let me know what you're drinking over there. I'm doing the Jameson and the Corona. I did have some tea earlier, help my voice out. To our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
The first prediction comes from Dion. Of course, it comes from Dion. 27-23 Birds. I would love that total. I'll be honest with you. That means our defense played pretty good. Our offense put up points. Last week was the first game, I think, this week that we didn't put up more than 20 points as an offense. But you know what? They were successful in, if they get 27 points, they were successful in moving the ball frequently, right? We only hope that the offense can be more productive this week than it was in previous weeks. Because the previous 2 weeks, what? We lost. We lost, right? So, let me get some more comments. Don't show off about your liquor collection. I'll be back. Listen, I got some stuff up there I can't even see right now. But my bar is literally to my left. If you're looking at me right now, it's to my right. My bar is over there. I got this crazy bottle I got from let me bring it right here since I'm close to the camera. I got from Mexico. I haven't opened it up yet. It looks like the Casa Azul bottle when you hit the ting ting, but they made this. It's liquor in it, and I taste this liquor. This is one of the finest tequilas I've ever had. It's called La Grotro tequila. It's Rush Zero. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. So if you see that there, if you're in Mexico or Cabo, go get it. They make the bottles. The bottles is tremendous. I got some more stuff over to the left. I'll show it to you in a minute if you want. If you want to see those bottles of tequila, of liquor that I have, I'll let you know. I know DarkKnight. You know, he stopped drinking about a year and a half ago. You know, I can commend him on his journey, because we all need to take a hiatus from drinking. But when it comes to our Philadelphia Eagles, I cannot take a hiatus. Unfortunately, they make me drink. So with that being said, let me know your predictions out there. What you know your keys to victory for our Philadelphia Eagles today? Because I already told you my keys. It's the offense and defensive line. I normally don't talk about that. Last year I said I'm gonna stop talking about the line of scrimmage. This year I have to talk about the line of scrimmage because we're getting beat. I even talk about the offensive line of scrimmage because without Mekhi Becton, something is wrong with our offensive run game. Our offensive run game hasn't looked the same. It hasn't. You're right, Tony. Let me see. No, Janie the Brown. No. That's gonna make a couple wishes before I should win the next 15 Super Bowls. But you know, it's been something off with our offensive line. It's been something not right with the offense. The flow. There has been no crossing routes. All right, they did a chart of Devontae Smith routes, and he's supposedly our number 2 receiver. No crossers over the last 2 weeks. No crossers. I always said the best way to beat a man coverage, zone coverage. Just have multiple crossers. It's easy. That's simple. When you run the same routes, which is 2 to 6 and come back, as a defensive coordinator, I know that's coming. Listen. I'm telling my corners, listen, press up to 9 yards. If they come back, they're not going over you. They're not running corner routes. They're not running post routes. They're not running over routes, and that becomes predictable. So we have to be better today. Our offense has to be better. We have about 3 minutes before the game starts, so I'm gonna get my prediction right now because I want to get you out of here. And I appreciate y'all tuning in to Eagles Talk. Solo Dolo, your boy Pat. I have been drinking. I had no food in my system. I got food here. We had a hibachi. I'm gonna tell you this real quick before I get to my prediction. We had a hibachi here for my wife's birthday yesterday, and they came here. We set up on the grass, and the hibachi guy came from New York, and he did the whole show. Listen, that food was outstanding. And I still have the leftovers, and I can't wait to get to it right now. So, with that being said, we need to dominate the line of scrimmage. It's been a long time since I said that. Dominate the line of scrimmage. They're missing most of the linebackers, not all the linebackers that of significance. There are going to be some guys out there. There's going to be some journeymen out there. We need to take advantage of what we can take advantage of. And right now, we can take advantage of their linebackers. All right. That being said, we should win this game. I hate to say it handily, with more points than them. Maybe not handily, but if our offense is able to create what we need to create with the superstars that we have, and I look at Dallas Goedert as an integral part of our offense because he controls the middle of the field. The tight end controls the middle of the field at 6'6", a 6'5", 265-pound body in the middle of the field that can catch the ball, even though he's slow as dirt. He's able to, open that up. But we also got to capitalize off of running rub routes. Not obvious rub routes, but crossing routes. I remember one we played last in 2017, and I'm bringing Carson Wentz up again, where A.J. Brown, Torrey Smith, and Zach Ertz, they ran a cross route, and they tap hands running across routes. That was the normal thing for them. If you run out crossing route that close, that means that DB is behind y'all or in front of you, and they can't get to this spot. When are you going to be open? Those crossers are very, very important. We need. Oh, did I mute myself? What did I do? I did something wrong. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix this real quick. Yeah, all right, I'm back. All right, let me fix that. But we have to be better at controlling the game. There you go. I messed up. Dion, I got this old Forester bottle. I don't know what this is. I mean, it's 117 series. Dion, let's just put it to the side. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to Eagles Talk. Go watch our Philadelphia Eagles as we play the Minnesota Vikings. The game is about to come on. We appreciate you. Tune into the post-game show. We should have the DarkKnight on tonight after this game. Hopefully after a victory, after we blow out the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, the alcohol did kick in. Yeah, no food in my stomach. Did kick in. Jeremiah talks here. The alcohol kicked in. Jeremiah also put let's go take their cornbread. Tony Barron said 31-17. Listen, the game is on. We appreciate y'all tuning in today to our Eagles Talk pregame show. We look forward to seeing you at the postgame. Go Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Make sure you tune into the game day chat. I will have it up in give me about 10 minutes. The post game chat will be up in our group. See you, Pat, showing off. Me to the crib. I don't drink that much. All right. This one bottle was like 3 shots. I'm joking. All right, y'all. We'll see you after in the post game. Go Birds, fly Eagles, fly, and I'm out.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback crack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him.